Hello, everyone. Stefan here with,
Paul Waggoner from Between the Buried and Me.
yes, and you are watching.
Metal Anthology. Come on, Nick.
Yes, sir. So nice to meet you, Paul. So great. Finally, I have the chance to have a talk with you. It's been a long time. I'm following the band since the Silent Circus album, so it's
A long time ago.
long time ago. Absolutely.
We're getting old.
Yeah, me too. That's the only justice on earth.
I know, yeah.
All getting old,
We
all die.
We will all die, yeah.
So we're not here.
The great equalizer. Death.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the great.
Totally. So last September 12th, it was the release of this new mammoth of an album called The Blue Nowhere.
Yes.
And you are currently touring for this album. And I think it's the 5th show tonight you are doing for the tour.
Yeah.
We are in Montreal. How does it feel right now on this beautiful day?
It feels amazing. Yeah, the energy at all the shows has been great. Obviously, we love coming to Canada. I especially love coming to Canada when it's not freezing cold. So It's nice to be up in Montreal when it's like beautiful weather, kind of late summer, early fall weather. It's absolutely perfect outside. So, we're hoping that tonight's a great show and full of a lot of great energy. But yeah, so far so good. People have responded well to the new songs, and play some old stuff as well that people are excited to hear. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I did that thing to look at the set list. I was
Cheated.
Yeah, I cheated because the discography is getting pretty long.
It is, yeah.
And there's very long songs as well. And sometimes it's been a while since you listened to a song, and like you drop "Swim to the Moon," and it's been like 2 years you didn't listen to the song. It's a shame. You don't have
You don't know it.
Yeah, you know it, but not as if you just listen to it.
Sure.
So that's why I cheated a little bit. And I think a lot of albums are well represented on.
We tried to hit, all the points. I mean, obviously we've got so many songs now that it's hard to play something from every album, but we try to represent at least our most recent, anthology, discography, as best as possible.
And you like to do concept concerts.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, and you did like the whole Alaska lately,
We did, yeah.
Old Colors.
Mm-hmm.
I did
Ecliptic.
Yeah.
Parallax.
One night you were doing 2 albums like Coma Ecliptic and
the last tour, which we did not go into Canada for the last tour, but we did. Yeah, we did Coma Ecliptic and Alaska, representing sort of the 10-year anniversary of Coma Ecliptic and then the 20-year anniversary of Alaska. So we did both of those albums. So yeah, this time is actually the first time in a while that we've done like a mixed set, of like new songs, some old songs.
And 2 really different albums, Alaska and Atlanta.
It could not be more different. Yeah.
Wow.
Very different. Yeah.
It's like the best of both worlds for a real deep fan of the band, but
almost like 2 different bands, really.
and at the same time for older fans who
Sure.
like a little less the new stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and the newcomer that likes the newcomers in 10 years.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they have the chance to meet all again and maybe like a little bit much the stuff that they thought they were not as good.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
So, but let's talk about the Blue Nowhere.
Sure.
Because that's an incredible album.
Thank
I
you
would
so
say it's like every single Between the Buried and Me album, it takes a lot of listening session to really take everything, because there's so many things going on that's fucking crazy, because it's half metal, but it's half almost everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going all over the place. The first song, I was like, okay, things we tell ourselves in the dark.
Yeah.
I was like,
what is this?
It's funky, but with odd time signature, and then it becomes like almost Dream Theater, and then goes another phase. And talk me a little bit about the album concept in general, and
Yeah, I mean, the writing process was it's stuck on you.
Yeah.
You could just move your lips while it's
Yes.
talking, and it doesn't seem
But
like
it's
you're talking.
supposed to catch.
Yeah, it's supposed to catch me talking. Hello. Oh, there.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Okay.
Yeah, the when we started writing the record, I think especially with Things We Tell Ourselves in the Dark, that was one of the first ideas that we kind of like Dan, bass player, sort of sent that idea to us, and we were like, wow, this is different, this is cool. And it really kind of jump started the creative process there. We knew that we were going to be doing some pretty different stuff. So so yeah, that kind of was the first thing that got the ball rolling. And then, then it was like, okay, well then, then we had Absent Thereafter, which is a whole other beast and sounds totally different. And that
One
was
of my favorite of the album.
yeah,
To be honest.
it's a lot of fun. It's a fun song. It's a heavy song. It's kind of a long song and goes through a lot of
minutes, I think.
a lot of movements. Yeah, some southern kind of country inspired stuff. So we knew it was going to be a
country.
very
There's a little bit of country.
yeah, a
in
little
that,
bit.
so
Yeah,
Totally.
had to represent our North Carolina roots a little bit.
Yeah, you got to do that.
But yeah, so we knew it was going to be a very eclectic album musically. And then I think Tommy, he saw the opportunity to really kind of not necessarily write a story with the music, but to use this sort of hotel setting as a way to kind of explore the different layers of the human conscience. And so it was just kind of a fun it was just a fun process for us. We all the rules were put to this, we threw them away. We
Put aside,
whatever
It's just that fun.
happens. We did the title track, which is almost like a sort of 80s like pop kind of yacht rock inspired song, you know what I mean? Which is pretty different for us, but in the context of the album, like it felt kind of normal. Honestly, it felt like,
especially after the two previous songs that are hitting hard, really progressive metal. But I think the hardest part of the album are featured on those songs: the slow Paranoia and Psycho.
Yeah.
That's my favorite track personally.
Yeah, that one seems to like that one. So there's a lot going on in Psychomantium and in Slow Paranoia. So it felt like,
and that cabaret part.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. It reminds me of the band Beyond Twilight. I don't know if you know that band.
Yeah,
Phil Zealer and the fucking wizard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. But there's a lot going on in those songs, so it felt like, we like to write albums that have sort of peaks and valleys, and the dynamics kind of shift in and out. So it felt normal to have, or it felt like we needed to have something that brought things down a little bit after Slow Paranoia. So, actually finished the album is finished with two songs that are relatively.
There are
simple
and more simplistic.
Yeah, a little more simplistic, especially like structure wise.
Yeah,
it's not crazy. So, yeah, we were just trying to build an album that was a fun listening experience and took you on a journey. So
you said a fun experience, and that's exactly the feeling I had at the first glance of this album. I thought they were on a really happy mood doing that album, because even in the hardest part, there's still yes, there's aggression, but
sure,
the whole feel of this album is a feel good summer record.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how I felt it. Even if it goes all over the place in like 30 different genres, I think the emotion, happiness is all around.
Yeah, I agree. I think at this point in our careers and the age we're at, and how sort of like we're so inspired by so many different types of music, it allows us to like not take ourselves too seriously. We just have fun writing music, and we're not afraid to try new things and incorporate weird, like the cabaret kind of part, stuff like that. It's like, for us, it's like, that's fun for us. It's a fun challenge. It's a fun challenge to like make it work in the context of like heavy metal, and
exactly,
and still make it seem like a PT Band song. So yeah, we do have fun doing it. You know what I mean? And like you said, there are heavy parts and there's aggressive parts, and that's certainly part of our sound. It's always going to be there. But yeah, we like to try new things and do things that are kind of fun and quirky and
Challenging.
challenging.
I guess. Yeah.
Both like technically challenging and also like just challenging to like make, like I said, like make it work and feel coherent in the context of a full album. So we do have fun doing that. It's a fun challenge.
It's so much fun to hear also.
Awesome.
And sometimes I'm like, how the fuck they succeeded at connecting those two ideas. Sometimes it goes from out of nowhere. And you started that a little bit of Alaska, but you became proficient of switching styles on colors. Obviously, the staple of the band, but so many great records after Colors as well. Colors 2 was, it's Colors 2, but it's really different
New
album.
album,
Colors. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
It's a standalone album at the same time. So how is it the songwriting process to like taking like really hard corners like that, switching 180 degrees and make it work all together at the same time? I think you're the main composer with Tommy.
Dan writes a lot. We all write. All four of us.
You all write?
Blake writes, Dan writes, Tommy writes, I write. That's why it sounds like what it sounds like, because we have all these different influences when it all comes to the table. Yeah. But, you know, a lot of the complex sort of genre shifting and stuff like that, I don't think it's as complicated as people think, because a lot of times we're using the same, you know, a simple musical idea. We're just applying different instruments to it, a different style. And, but when you really dig into it, you'll actually hear like similarities between those parts and like parts later in the song or earlier in the song that are heavy, you know. So we're just using, and I think that's what we've gotten good at, is taking a simple musical idea and like expanding upon it and kind of applying different instruments to it and different, like, you know, different like styles, different sonic textures, different tones.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it kind of work, you know, like in Absent Thereafter, you know, there's a bunch of different parts, but like a lot of it is built on the same little chord progression, that kind of blues chord progression, like it's called a 1-4-5, like a 1-4-5 progression. We just do it in different ways. You know what I mean? And so that's what makes it sound cool. You know?
Totally. So it what you just said, I was thinking about the fact that sometimes bands will do covers of like popular song, but they will switch style completely.
Yeah, sure.
So basically what you're saying is that you have an idea, you have a riff, you like build something around that riff. You have we'll take this idea and just expand.
Exactly.
And but why in the second part will not switch in that style? So let's make it work with all the arrangement, all the tones and texture, and using that instrument instead of this one.
Yeah.
It's what you meant a little bit?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So when you're listening to it, you know, it might sound, you know, very jarring and stylistically, but, you know, it doesn't sound that jarring like musically. You know, it's in the same key, it's in the same tempo or something. You know, there's enough similarities to make it kind of feel cohesive. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Excellent. I hope I will not lose battery.
Yeah.
I saw that in the car. Okay, great. And what do you expect for your touring North America? What's the plan to promote that album after this tour?
Yeah, well, this tour is like almost 7 weeks long, so we'll do this for a while and hopefully continue to build some momentum for the new album, and then we'll take some time off at the end of the year, but then next year we'll go to Europe, kind of do the same thing, try to promote the new record, and
During spring, something like
Probably more like February, March.
Okay, yeah,
winter
during
during
the winter.
early part of 2026, and then more touring after that. Probably 2026 will be a busy year for us. To
yeah, I guess because it was like the first time you took more than 3 years to release an album.
yeah, and I think COVID kind of delayed the tour cycle for Colors too. We kind of lost a year, so.
And Dusty had to leave the band also.
Yeah, although that didn't really cause any delays in the writing process necessarily, but it was just another thing. But mostly it was just we had to do the Colors 2 touring cycle, and because we couldn't start it when the album, because we had to do the Evening With tour, the Greatness Direct tour. I don't know, the 20-year anniversary, which unfortunately we had to cancel the Canadian show because we couldn't get in the country. But that was supposed to happen in 2020, and so then we had to wait and do it at the end of 2021, and so then we couldn't really start the Colors 2 touring until almost late 2021, 2022, and all that stuff. So it just everything got thrown off by like a year, really.
Yeah,
so,
totally.
But once we started writing, we were all very inspired and ready to get going. So it was really, the writing process was very very smooth.
How long did it took?
Gosh, I mean, we probably started in April of. I mean, I think we were done. We wrote it in a few months, like 5 months, maybe, which is for that much music, it's
a good body of work.
So yeah, it's a lot of work. So 5-6 months, to work, to start writing it and kind of polish it up and get it ready for the studio. It was about that.
What will be your personal favorite song on this new album?
Oh, my personal favorite right now. Well, I love playing God Terror live.
The second one, yeah.
It's a fun song live. It's a great song live. My favorite song might be Absent Thereafter. I don't know. That one's fun.
It's a good choice.
Right now, I like them all. I love Slow Paranoia.
Yeah,
that might be, that could be my favorite. But and I like them all. I like the final track, Beautifully Human. I think it's cool. I love the way
there's some acoustic parts.
Yeah, there's some really pretty acoustic parts. There's I like the guitar solo in that one, and there's a lot of cool parts in that song. But yeah, right now, because the album's like just coming out, like I like all of them.
Yeah, for sure. I think the last two songs are more floating.
Yeah,
I have the impression to float in a blue sky to be in the clouds, and that's the feeling when I close my eyes and I listen to after all the turmoil of the previous two songs.
That's good. That's what we were going for.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's working.
Right. Those songs are meant to be like a relief,
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
When I was listening to the album, I was thinking about few artists. Haken,
sure,
came to mind.
Love those guys.
David Townsend, especially the Empath album.
Yeah, love that record.
The song Genesis, that is
song. Man, great song. It's good.
So there's stuff on your album but you were doing that even way before you released that. Yeah. That's not the point. It's just he likes to switch.
Oh yeah.
Like take turns, twist and turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I love to be surprised by music. So that's something I really like. I talked about Beyond Twilight. There's a bit of Dream Theater. There's a bit of your whole influences of more deathcore, death metal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things. What are you listening lately?
Oh, me listening lately. In the heavy music,
it can be outside of heavy.
Yeah. On tour, I never listen to any music because when I
take a break.
Yeah, because I'm constantly bombarded with music while I'm on stage. But, gosh, what have I been listening to lately? Man. I mean, I try to stay up on the new stuff, but I really like the new Whitechapel.
Whitechapel?
Yeah.
I have one listen. I need to.
Yeah, it's fucking heavy, man. It's so good. I like the New Rivers of Nile.
Yeah, it's
It's a
good.
great record. I think
Better than the previous one. I think.
yeah, well,
Maybe they're
I like
best.
the work a lot too.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a great record. But I think their new one's great with Andy on it, doing a lot of clean vocals, and it sounds great. I think they have like a cool sound, so I can't
Yeah.
wait to hear what they do in the future. But they're great. So I like that a lot. Those are probably like two of the, like my favorite heavy records that have come out recently. I still find myself listening to like Devin Townsend and Path is a
Oh my
great,
god,
it's a fucking great record.
some singularity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because it's like there's heavy. He's like a prime example of like a guy who can write like pummeling heavy music, but he can also write really beautiful, atmospheric, like ethereal, music, and he's got such an amazing voice. So he's a treasure, man. I mean, he's just an amazing,
Totally, he's
amazing talent.
Canadian.
Yeah, he's Canadian. You should be very proud to have him as a fellow countryman. He's amazing. But yeah, those are some of the heavy things I like. I listen to a lot of like kind of guitar player guys, like kind of in the country bluegrass world. I like Billy Strings. I like
Andy Woods.
Andy Wood's great. Andy Wood's great. Yes, and Trey Hensley is a fantastic.
Oh, Translate lately. Yeah, I know that guy. He's always playing on his porch, like
he's nasty. He's just a nasty player.
He's
He's so loud. Too.
razor sharp.
Oh my god, yeah, he's
Yeah.
great. One of the probably best flat pickers in the world. He's amazing. So I love guys like that. I can't play like that, but I'm inspired by it. It gives me ideas. You know what I mean? It's like if I can incorporate that sound.
You can play a lot of stuff. I can tell.
I dabble. I'm not good at anything, but I can fake it.
Oh, so modest, so humble, but that's cool. I like it that way. And you said writing pummeling riffs for David Townsend and ethereal things at the same time. And I remember a song on the Silent Circus. It was at the Gilman that you said they are also capable of beauty.
Yeah,
and
I think
that's the first song that. Like I was booked.
Yeah.
Like, okay, these guys can do that also. Oh shit.
Yeah, I think we were very young then, obviously, but that was kind of like almost like a foreshadowing. I felt like at that time we were experimenting with that because we did want to be a band that had that kind of dynamics. We wanted to be like a heavy band that could also do some really melodic stuff as well. So.
Memorable melodies, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you remember about songs.
Yeah,
melodies. And stuff. So yeah, we want to make sure, even in the heavy stuff, I think over the years we've really wanted to incorporate, melody and harmony and just a more memorable sort of melodicism of the music, even with the heavy stuff. So
yeah, because sometimes it's really heavy in the back or technical, but on top there's a beautiful melody.
Sure, yeah.
So I like those contrasts as well. I wanted to ask you something because you are playing Ibanez.
Yeah.
With Mesa Boogie amps.
I use a Kemper profile modeling amp, but it's a Mesa.
So basically, it was what John Petrucci played in the 90s, I think. Before he was going,
we played in the '90s. He might have played a Triaxis back then. I'm not sure, but it's like a We've always played like dual rectifiers, Mesa dual rectifiers. That's kind of like our sound, I guess. Yeah.
Because I always thought that in your songwriting there was a lot of things, but a bit of Petrucci.
Of course, yeah. Massive influence. Yeah, massive.
So like. Images and words, I guess, Scenes from a Memory.
Scenes from a Memory was huge for me. Yeah.
For me too.
Scenes from a Memory for me is like one of the best sort of modern prog albums. I think it was very inspirational to a lot of modern prog bands, sort of the blueprint for how to make like a conceptual prog album, So yeah, and John, amazing guitar player, obviously. I think anybody in our world would point to him as one of the godfathers. Yeah, one of the godfathers of the genre. Yeah,
totally. And they were one of the band that like to include like other styles
Sure, yeah.
in their music.
Mhm. Yeah.
Metropolis,
Absolutely.
1992, and was already doing so many. You have like it makes me thinking about the circus type of riffs that you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
sometimes. Even in the new album, there's
Sure.
some stuff that
Yeah.
I dig those parts. And Liquid Tension Experiment
Dig
was
it,
doing
yeah,
a
sure.
lot with Jordan Rudess.
Yeah.
I like that stuff.
Yeah, I think that stuff that can be really cool. We've been doing that, for a while now. But
Yeah.
I think because of you can make music like that sounds really actually kind of creepy. So it's like when it's heavy, it's like I think it's really cool. We do that like that section in God Terror where it just takes a left turn and does the weird. It's just weird stuff. It's like that. I love stuff like that.
Me too. There's not enough stuff that sounds like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I think that style incorporated in metal is so nice, especially when you don't expect it.
Exactly.
It's like,
Yeah.
doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going there.
We're going there, man. And then we'll come back. We'll come back eventually. But right
Yeah.
now we're going to go here. We're going to the circus for a little bit. Yeah.
Nice, man. Maybe we'll make a little conclusion.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
And what, as a musician, do you want to accomplish in the next few years? Have you thought about that?
I haven't really thought about it. I mean, some ways I feel like I'm doing what I want to do. Like there is no real, there's nothing left for me to like accomplish. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. So
You're at the right spot.
I feel very lucky to be where I'm at, and I think the band is lucky to be where we're at. We've done it through obviously a lot of hard work and dedication and sacrifice, but we've also been very lucky. And
It's stable. That band is
it's just
together.
Yeah, and we've developed this style, and we just we just want to keep doing it. I want to keep touring. I want to keep playing shows and keep writing music. And, if I can do this for another 20 years, that'd be great. So my goal is really just to continue doing it. I don't want it to end. It's like a dream that I just want it to keep going.
Living the dream.
Living the dream. Yes.
That's nice. Maybe you want to say anything to people who are watching this, maybe about the new album, about the tour, anything that comes to mind?
Sure. If you're, first of all, we love coming to Quebec. It's always been amazing for us. It's one of our favorite places to play. So thank you all so much for the support. And if you have an opportunity to check out this tour, it's us, Hail the Sun. And by the time you watch this, probably Delta Sleep will be the opening band. Buy a ticket. Come check it out. It's an amazing energy. The bands are amazing, and we certainly appreciate the support. And then, if you haven't already, check out our new album, The Blue Nowhere. We're very proud of it, and we think there's a little something on it for everybody. So, check it out.
I think it's a wonderful album, and it gets better with every single listening session. If it wasn't good, I will have tried to speak about everything else in the new album, but it needs to be spoken of.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much,
it was
brother.
really nice.
Appreciate it. Had a blast. Thank you guys back there.
So nice. Thank you, man.